Hello everyone. So today let's discuss about teams, XP levels and ranks related features in the combat AI system. So if you remember, like, we had multiple different types of enemies in the combat AI system. Plus we can actually configure them in a way such that they have a higher rank or higher XP levels, things like that. So that actually you can make enemies, enemy difficulties in your level. For example, like there can be soldiers, there can be commanders. So when the soldiers are attacking, their damage may be relatively low compared to commanders, and when the commanders are attacking, their damage may be pretty much high, something like that. And when it comes to the XP level, it's simply like based on the XP levels also the damage can be vary. For example, the enemies with lower XP level may not be done a critical harm, but the enemies with the high XP level can done a significantly larger damage, something like that. Okay, so without further ado, let's look at the implementation and how we can implement in your. Let's see how we can implement in those in your game. Right. So this is my project, and this is the previous content that I had before when I'm discussing about points of interest features in the combat AI system. So I think I can get rid of this stuff right now because those are not necessary to this topic. So I'll remove all the instances like this, and yeah, and again make sure level manager, NPC manager and TOD manager exist in your level. Okay, right, then let's drag and drop one of the enemies and see how it works when we are configuring the XP levels and the ranks. So I'll use the plain old example, which is NPC base, right? And let's play. So you can see right now its XP level is 23, and it has this blue color badge which visualize its rank. So you can see those stuff if you select the NPC base and selects its actor profile system. So there are multiple different configurations actually, like health, player sense, and some debugging features, tags, teams, something like that. But in this section, what we are interested in, this one, which is XP and rank. So you can see we can either toggle to show XP and rank in the game. So right now I just toggle this as true. So when the player comes to closer to this actor, it will show this XP level and rank. But let's say if I disable this and play it right now, and you can't see that XP level badge anymore because I have disabled it, right? But I'll make it enable again, and you can see actually there are multiple different ranks, right? So like I explained in the presentation, there can be like soldiers, commanders, leaders, things like that. So for now, just to demonstrate the ranking features, I just added two ranks, so the soldier and leader. Soldier is like general enemy, and the leader is sort of like a powerful enemy compared to the soldier, something like that. So you can see, like, if I make the rank as leader and play it again, the badge is sort of turned into gold color, which actually signifies this specific enemy is a leader. And you can see like its mesh size is scaled a little bit, so that we can actually see this one is a leader in distance, right? So something like that. So actually you can see those stuff if you duplicate these actors, something like this, and I'll keep this one as a leader, and I'll make this one as a soldier, and this one as a soldier. And if I play test now, you can see actually the middle guy is sort of bigger than the other two enemies because he's a leader, right? You can see these two having a soldier's badge in their heads up alert, and this guy has sort of a golden badge which signifies that he's a leader, right? So that's about ranks, and you can see, and let's discuss about XP levels, right? So you can see like each of these enemies have sort of a number appearing inside their badge that is basically signifies the XP level, right? So you can see like these two soldiers are in 24 and 29 XP level, and this leader is in 12 XP level. So currently actually those XP levels has been configured randomly because let's say if you select one of the enemies and select its actor profile system, you can see there is a option called randomize initial XP. So if you toggle this one as true, then it will be automatically randomized. But let's say if you untick this one, and I'll untick from here as well, and you can see the default value is actually XP level 18. But let's say I'll customize it to 10. Actually still randomizing, but yeah, I will keep some value like this, and some value like this. And if I apply test now those enemies has the configured value by me, right? Okay, so that's the XP levels. Either you can randomize or you can actually manually give some XP level to it, right? Okay, then the next feature is basically the damage multipliers. This one is basically stand for sort of a damage range or damage amplification can be done by a specific enemy based on its XP level and rank. So for example, let's say a given enemy is having a higher rank, so it has a higher damage based on this damage multiplier. And let's say when the XP range also increases with alongside the rank, again this XP based damage multiplier will be applied so that the character will do a higher damage, right? So mainly this damage multiplier is targeted for XP, which means like whenever the enemy has a higher XP level, it will cause a damage. But similarly, when the rank goes higher, it will do somewhat a similar harm. So you can actually see how it has been implemented in the actor profile system. If you select the character base, and yeah, we have to go and see its component. So this is the actor component, actor profile system, and here you can see there is a function called get damage multiplier. So basically based on the XP level initially, it will adjust the base damage accordingly, and it will be initialized as XP level base damage, and then it will look through this map, which is rank based damage multipliers, which has been specified here, and based on the rank of the enemy, it will again multiply the base damage, and the finalized enemy level base damage will be calculated at here. So you can see if you click one of these enemies, there is a field called rank based damage multipliers. So these damage multipliers basically specify whenever the character has a higher rank, the damage will be high. So for example, let's say if the character is just ordinary NPC, ordinary enemy, then the damage will be by default 1, multiplied by 1. And if it is a soldier, it will be multiplied by 2. If it is a leader, it will be multiplied by 3. Okay? Similar to this one, but here based on the rank we have multiple different multipliers. Right. And finally, this get damage multiplier function will be used at the point damage function. And at the point damage, whenever the character make a hit, it will apply that damage to that specific instigator or the target. Right. Okay. Plus, when you are damaging to these enemies, again it applied in the same way. For example, like if you have enemies with higher XP levels, then it will be hard to kill them because they relatively have a smaller damage compared to the player. And if you have an enemy which is lower than the player's rank or the player's XP level, then you can easily kill them, right? So let's see what are those stuff as well. So currently you can see at the top right corner of the HUD, the player's XP level and its rank has been visualized. So I'm a soldier with 25 XP level, and let's say I want to kill this guy, which is again a soldier with rank 14. So it will be relatively easy for me to kill, right? But let's say if I'm going to kill maybe this leader, even if it has 40 in the XP level, you can see I have to hit them quite a long time to kill, because in the XP level he may be lower, but compared to the rank he is high. So the damage that I have to do to kill that specific enemy is high. Okay. Right. So I think those are the stuff that I want to discuss when it comes to XP level and rankings. And you can use these features actually to implement multiple different enemy groups in your level. For example, like say this can be a specific enemy group that patrols in the map and looking for enemies, things like that. And maybe like you can implement features to promote these enemies by themselves when they get kills. For example, let's say when this enemy kills more other enemies, maybe you can automatically increase its XP level so that his abilities or his strength or his damage will be pretty much high compared to the other enemies. Right. So those are the features on the combat AI system considering the XP levels and ranks. I'll see you there. Thank you.